Tonight's creepy true story comes from Weeping Willow Jen, and it's called Not Sure What's Going On in My Home. Some really strange things started happening a few years back. First thing I can remember is my mom and I were in her bedroom, and we heard our front door open and then slam shut. I got up and went and checked the whole house, inside and outside. No one was there. A couple days later, our doorbell rang at the door we were sitting right in front of, and no one was there. Jump forward a few months, and I was putting up dishes in the cabinets when all of a sudden a Pyrex measuring cup exploded in my face without warning. If you know what kind of measuring cup I'm talking about, you'll know that it's made with very tough, thick glass. It was still in the cabinet when it exploded. It wasn't dropped or anything. Also, it wasn't even hot to where it could possibly be a temperature difference. The entire kitchen was room temperature and nothing was even being cooked at the time. At night, a lot of the time, I'll hear someone or something walking up and down the hallway. I will open the door immediately and no one is there. Sometimes it happens when I'm home alone. We have several cats, and not too long ago, my brother came into my room asking if I had moved their water bowl. After I said no, I asked him why. He explained that the cat water bowl was in front of the bathroom door halfway across the house, with no water being spilled, still totally full. It was a large, very heavy one, and there is no way the cats could have done this. A couple nights ago, I was in the kitchen making dinner. Above the sink is a window that looks into our living room because the living room was built years after the house was built. My mom and I both heard three distinct heavy knocks on the window. I opened it to see who was knocking immediately after hearing it. My son was on the furthest side of the living room, which made it impossible for it to have been him. I would have seen him running away. I looked at my mom and asked if she heard what I did, and she totally had. But my son, who was right where the knocking occurred, didn't hear it at all. My great-grandmother passed away in the house back in the 90s, and there are many more creepy, unsettling things that have happened. I've also seen my great-grandma walk by the same window that we heard the knocking on years after she had passed. My mom, son, and I have all seen a ghost cat. When asked what color, all of us unanimously said black, without having discussed it amongst ourselves first. Things will disappear for months on end and reappear in a place we've searched countless times. There's so much more, but I can't think of any of it at the moment. If I do remember anything else, or if more stuff happens, I'll update. Also, throughout many different houses in my childhood over 40 years, I have awakened with long, deep cuts on my chest, seemingly from out of nowhere. I have very short fingernails, and with no pets in my room whatsoever. Aside from my mom and son, I've always felt like no one would believe anything I said, so I've never talked about this with anyone. Well, thank you, Jen, for allowing me to tell your story. Thank you for sharing it with us. Great story, by the way. That's been Jay's Haunted Appalachia for tonight. Keep sending me your stories and suggestions, guys. The address to do so is plainly posted in all my profiles if you want to get a hold of me. Keep Appalachia haunted, y'all.